Hey guys, this is Suzanne Birdie from the Metal Byrds, and you're listening to the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Yeah.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Episode number 77. Is that where we're at?
All right.
That's where we're at.
Okay.
We're close if that's not it, yeah.
They're all kind of just jumbling together in my mind.
If it's not, we'll always thought it should have been.
There we go.
Right. That's
Real
how we
quick,
work, folks.
I just read yesterday, see if there's any interest with you guys. Journey, Billy Idol, and
I saw that.
Toto are going to tour together.
Toto's with them too? I didn't
Yes,
know
sir.
that.
Yes. Any interest, Jim? No. Okay,
One of these things is not like the other.
What about you, Jerry? I know you're not a fan of the non-original lineup of Journey, so.
Well, Arnel Pineda is close enough. And what gave it a lot of credit, Frank, to me, is when I saw Billy Idol.
Mhm.
I said, ooh. And I even looked up the dates. And I kind of looked at Honda Center,
Mhm.
or whatever it's called now.
Right.
I doubt I'll go.
Yeah.
But Billy Idol, I would see him. Yeah.
He puts on such a good show.
Seems like a weird bill.
Strange bill.
Yeah,
but I think this is.
but
maybe
you gotta. Who's left?
Pretty much.
Okay, let's put them together. Yeah,
Who's left and who's
no,
willing?
they had more hits. Put them top. Yeah.
I would
Right.
say, Jerry, if you want to see Billy Idol, wait till he goes out on his own. He'll be playing a smaller.
Solo?
He'll be playing a smaller place,
He'll be in
You know what,
Vegas in
Jaime,
no
good
time.
and he'll still kill it.
Yes.
Good point, Jaime.
Yeah.
Smaller venue is exactly right. That's a good point. Yep.
And I also want to mention before we start this show, I had the pleasure and privilege of interviewing Mr. Mike Skill of the Romantics.
Hey.
What a trooper! What a great guy he was.
Lead guitar.
He
yeah.
plays it all: lead guitar, bass.
Wally
he's a
Palmer was
singer.
rhythm.
Yep. Wally did
Wow, Frank.
the songs you're familiar with, I'm sure. Everybody in the band sang.
Debut
New album
and-
out for him.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be featuring one of his songs on an upcoming show.
Great.
Wow, Frank.
So
Well
that's
done.
kind of how I got in contact with him through Bandcamp, and we've been talking. He's living up in Portland, Oregon right now, but super nice guy. So
Awesome.
we'll be looking for that. Maybe next week I'll actually post the interview on a special weekly section here, just so the fans can hear it. It's great stuff.
Be great.
Yeah.
Awesome, Frank. Wow.
All right, so tonight we're going to look at Stray Cats, the classic album that Built for Speed that Jim picked. But first, let's do a mail call. Do you have any mail there, Jim?
I've got mail.
You've got mail.
I heard you might have something else too, huh?
I've got something else. Okay, so first off, mail. I got to remember everything is left to right, right to left.
Mhm.
Salvation Army. This is a double 7-inch.
All right.
Happened, which was their first 7-inch single, and the second one is 4 hours. Wait, is that right? That's not right. Mind Garden.
There you go. That sounds familiar.
Yes. Anyway, their first two 7-inches re-released by Yep Rock Records. Band that later went on to become the 3 O'Clock.
Yep.
Shortly after that, after the Salvation Army sent them a nice cease and desist.
Yeah. Little lawyer speak.
But I had a great day Thursday shopping over at Amoeba.
Oh, you were in town.
Saw that, Jaime. Yeah.
I picked up a few things. This is the Who.
Oh.
What's it called? You know, the glasses here.
Hang on.
Endless
hang on.
Wire.
Thank you. I was going to
So,
say 06. 06.
Yes. So interesting. Steel sealed.
Great
Right.
album, too.
Nice.
Comes
First-
with a bonus DVD, Live at Lyon, from Lyon, France in 2006.
All right.
It's got like a little mark on the barcode there.
Right.
$3.99. I got that for.
Oh, we can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that. I don't know
Not
if
at
it's a good
all.
album or not, but
It's
there
a
it is.
fantastic album. It was their first in like 25 years. It was their first since 82.
Wow.
And this is 06. I
You,
listened to that a lot, Jaime.
you guys know I'm an April March fan. I got April March and Los Cincos
All right.
on Sympathy.
Gosh,
Um,
well done.
something I didn't have. I'm trying to round out a little bit of my Who collection there.
There you
Here's
go.
Bass
Space
Dances.
Dances.
Yeah.
In beautiful shape. I still got the poster inside.
Wow.
I didn't know that came with one.
Yeah, five
Awesome.
bucks. But the piece de resistance for me is this, because I didn't get this when it came out, and I have looked all over for this, and you can buy a copy. Somebody will sell you used from Japan for about $50 with about $50
Yep.
shipping.
With
And
a
if
bunch
you
of
want
writing on it
the,
that you can't read.
If you want the vinyl, it's like $300 if you can
Wow.
find somebody parting with it. And I've never seen this in the wild. Cheap Trick, the latest,
All right.
which if you can find it, usually about $40. I found it for under $20.
Very nice.
So I was blown. It's like mint condition. It's perfect.
Oh, good.
My gosh.
So I thought it'd be one of those things that was never going to end up in my, just because of just kind of priced out of that. I don't
Yeah.
drop $50.
yeah.
$100 on a CD or $300 on vinyl, but so I was really happy about that.
Very good.
Listen
Well
to it on the
done,
way
Jim.
home. Great album. Loved it.
Well done, Jim.
Very
Nice.
Beatlesque, as a lot of their stuff is.
All right. Well, I got a mail call as well. And like we were talking about before, and I think Jerry will really enjoy this. First up
Oh,
is The Pretenders,
nice.
That's beautiful.
3 CDs.
What?
Yes, sir. Booklet inside. This has this
I thought it was a record, a vinyl. I mean,
This has the first album. The second CD is not going to be Jerry's favorite. It's demos. But CD 3 is the live concert for the BBC
Oh,
session.
nice.
Yes. But wait, there's more.
well,
And we have Pretenders 2.
Oh,
which
Same-
is no
same-
slouch.
same vibe? No way.
Same
No slouch.
Yes. And again, these come with a nice booklet as well. Really a lot of pictures and stories and whatnot. This one is the original CD, demos and rarities and B-sides, live in Central Park in 1980, and then live at the Santa Monica Civic in 1981.
Cool.
Oh, that must have been
There's
something.
more.
Go, kid.
In the same package, the vinyl
Ah,
in white.
uh,
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And
not done yet.
Pretenders.
No, he's not done, Jaime.
The original album in red.
Red vinyl. Nice.
Oh.
And great package all the way around. I had bought, this was a Rhino Records exclusive. I pre-ordered this quite a while ago, and it's already been paid for. I forgot about it, so didn't hurt so
I
much
love when
it
that
showed up.
happens. Hey, what's
I know
this?
that's one of those great things about
It's great.
you get to be our
Yeah.
age, all of a sudden record show. I don't even remember ordering this.
That's
Wow,
it.
here it is.
How much did it cost? I don't have to pay for it. You already did.
Yeah. And it was something else. The 6-pound box comes to the door. I don't even know what it is, but it's open it up. Sure enough.
Awesome.
So
Wow.
great-
What a
Great
score.
package.
great extra
Fantastic.
CDs.
What a-
Yeah, they did a real good job. Okay,
Good score.
let's listen to some new music. So, Jerry, what do you have for us this week?
Yeah, Frank and Jim. Rockin' out of Houston, Texas is the Metal Byrds. Spelled birds with a Y, like back in the 60s group, the Metal Byrds. And folks, this band kicks. The name of the album is 4. It's the number 4. and it was released September 30th this year. The name of the song Frank's going to spin is Life of the Party. We've got Suzanne Birdie on vocals. I love this guitar player's name. This is one up there among the best. Sly Rye Whiskey. Sly Rye Whiskey
Yep.
on guitar. Kevin Kurtz on bass. Alex Romanoff on drums. Ray Roarburn, post-production and mastering. Recorded at Birdie Studios, Houston, Texas. Little bio, London-born Susan Birdie has a power pop rock voice that complements Sly Rye's ripping rock riffs and lead guitar solos in every song. And these catchy songs are a throwback to a time where female front women, and here's the bio, Pat Benatar, Blondie, and Joan Jett dominated the radio airwaves with rocking sounds. A time where hair bands and classic rock and roll ruled the world. You can get a hold of them on the web at themetalbirds.com. Twitter's The Metal Byrds, Facebook, The Metal Byrds Band, YouTube, The Metal Byrds, Birds with the Y. Again, just rocking stuff, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. The Metal Byrds out of Houston, Texas. Frank, spin it when you're ready.
is right.
Chingow.
That is the Metal Byrds with Life at the Party. What do you think, Jim?
I like the way it was recorded. I love the sound of the bass. And I thought it was interesting the way they repeated the bridge, like kind of at the end of the song. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a cautionary tale, being the life of the party, but it sounds. It was interesting. They said Debbie Harry, Joan Jett, that kind of thing. Sounds a little more like mid '80s guitar rock to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's off the bio. Yeah, Pat Benatar, Joan Jett, Blondie. Yeah,
Oh, I got a definite Blondie vibe from the vocals in the beginning, but
that's rocking.
There was plenty of real singing going on there too. So,
how about Sly Rye Whiskey on guitar?
Yeah, the whole band's got the chops. That's for
yes.
sure.
Sly Rye Whiskey. That's my name.
Excellent. And again, they're on social media. I think Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube. The thing is, Frank, if you don't mind me interrupting all the time, but it's the Metal Byrds, and you spell it with a Y, Birds, Byrds, and I guarantee you type that in, you're going to find them. And it's there's good music out there, folks.
Good.
Indie band out of Houston.
There you go. Good stuff.
Great job, Frank. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, moving ahead, Jim, you picked for a classic album for us to revisit. Stray Cats with
Stray Cats, Built for Speed.
Built for Speed. So take it away. What do you
released here in November of 1981? It was actually a compilation of their 2 UK records, Stray Cats and Gonna Ball. Kind of an interesting story. There was a UK rockabilly band that came to New York, and the Stray Cats were out in New York. And these guys told them, like, oh, you should go to the UK. They'd love you over there. The rockabilly's big, and they got the whole Teddy Boy thing going on. And Setzer said later, he's all like, in retrospect, I think they were just trying to get rid of us. But it was a move that ended up working out very well for them, obviously. Ended up getting signed. And by the time they had some success over in the UK, and then so when it was time to release an album here in the US, they basically took 6 songs off of each one of those records, but made a compilation out of it and released it here as Built for Speed. So like I said, November 1981, that was my introduction to the Stray Cats. I had no idea that they were coming from the UK or already had a couple records out, but
40 years ago right now.
Yeah, I didn't find that out till later, but
and giving that album a listen again, do you have a favorite pick?
It was a little tough. I went back and looked and did not get good reviews here when it was released, but went platinum. So who's right? Fans or the critics? I don't know.
That's right.
It was a little tough to pick one, but this week, it's Rev It Up and Go.
All right. Rev It Up and Go. I did not even come close with that. I went with Rumble in Brighton.
I like Rumble in Brighton because I like the whole story of the skinheads and the rockers fighting, and they kind of go back and forth. But that's high up there on the list for me.
All right, Jerry, what did you pick for Jim?
Great re-listen, by the way, Jaime. What I picked for Jim, I went through it a bunch of times, and I hate to sound so cheap, guys, but I merely picked the shortest song on the album for Jim. Genie, Genie, Genie.
A funny.
At 2:19.
Yes.
And guys, I went over and over. I go, you know what? With Jaime, I'm just going to go with what's the short one.
But yeah, what's the closest thing to 2 minutes or under 3?
Well, under 3, is the thing. And so Genie, Genie, Genie for Jim. That's what I picked.
Well done, Jerry.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Every once in a while I listen. That's how I did it. I go, I can't pick for Jim. I don't know. Pick the short one. Oh, yeah.
This was not the easiest because you don't have one song on that album that sticks out for
that's
anyone,
a great re-listen.
Yeah. Lots of rockabilly jumping off there. I went with for myself, Little Miss Prissy.
Oh,
so looking by your faces, I guess neither one of you picked that for me. Jim, what did you?
No, but I thought about that one, but no, I picked the one cover song on the record, which is "Genie, Genie, Genie."
We always cross-modulate.
Eddie Cochran tune.
Yeah.
We always cross-modulate, guys.
And what did you have for me there, Jerry?
Well, what's funny is for you, Frank, I had Built for Speed.
Yeah.
I can't figure out you guys. I mean, like I said, I love you guys, known each other forever, but on this one, I just had to go. And what I like about picking the short song on the album, it's Eddie Cochran. I didn't know that, Hyman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's great.
All right. Well, Jerry, what was your song for yourself that you picked?
Here's where we cross modulate again, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
The song for myself is Little Miss Prissy.
Oh,
that's funny.
Straight up, guys. Straight up.
And I went with what I thought would be, the most well-known song. Stray Cats.
I thought about that, Frank, too, for a little bit, and then I went through it, and I think just you would have been right, Frank, if it wasn't for the overplay.
Yeah. Jim?
But, yeah, that's funny how we cross-modulate.
Well, I picked the other single, Rock This Town.
Rock This Town, all right. And that's a great song, too.
It's a great song.
It is fantastic.
All right, well, we're going to play some more new music, and then I will unveil my classic album for you guys. But again, Stray Cats, excellent pick, Jim, because it's...
Great pick, Jim.
It gave you a lot to think about while listening to that album because, again, so much going on.
Yes. I mean, the songs aren't long, but it's 12 songs.
12 songs,
yeah. But on the re-listen, too, the quality. In other words, you're in your 55, but it's 20 years later. 30 years later, and it's so the quality, it's the 50s shtick with the quality of the guitar sounds. And Jaime, on this re-listen, I was like, when you're driving down the street in your 72 Monte Carlo, it don't sound that good, but when you put your AirPods in and play it, it's like
whole other story.
It's a whole different story.
Well, I've got some music for you guys coming out of New Hampshire. Tim McCoy, he's a singer-songwriter, bass player. He's been in several bands over the years, bands like Heavens to Murgatroyd, Weed Inc., Tim McCoy, and the Paper Cuts. And the song that I picked this week is from a band called the Lemon Fresh Kids. And the song actually came out in the early 2000s, but I really enjoyed it out of all the stuff that he had on Bandcamp. Tim does have some new music coming out early next year. He'll have a full album coming out. The album's called Reason to Believe, and the song that I'm going to play for you is called Should Be Easy. And I'm just going to let the song speak for itself.
I'm afraid to fall in love with you too. Oh, ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh. It should be easy, yeah. It should be easy, yeah. You make it so damn hard. You make it so damn hard. It should be easy, yeah. It should be easy, yeah, yeah, yeah. You make it so damn hard. You make it so damn hard. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, there's Tim McCoy with his band Lemon Fresh Kids. It should be easy. Jerry, what'd you think of that?
Lemony fresh.
Lemony Fresh.
That was wonderful. Great backgrounds. Oh yeah. Background vocals, I should say. Well, everything's great. Yeah. Good stuff, Frank. Yep.
All right. Jim.
Well, you know I love power pop. So
He does?
yeah, so much great stuff in that song.
Oh,
love
loaded.
that dynamic and the way they use it at the end of the song right before the outro. Just the way it kind of builds, you get all the emotion in there. Like Jerry, love that background vocal touch.
Yes.
Love it. I mean, a lot of things going on. I hear a little Minnie Mendez in there. I hear a little Cherry Blossoms in there. A little bit of
that's Minnie Mendez.
several things going on in there, and I just
I thought the same thing too, Jim.
right up my alley. I was like, why is Frank choosing something I would choose?
He's tricking me.
Yeah, just threw you a curveball, Jim.
Yeah, it is a curveball, but a
That's-
very nice one. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that's our Frank, Jaime. That's our Frank. He's
All right. Well, that
He's
is
an onion.
Yes, peel it back.
yeah, he is. Many layers. Yes, many.
Check out Tim McCoy on Facebook at Tim McCoy Music, and he's also on Bandcamp, where you'll see this particular album, The Lemon Fresh Kids, and almost that. I purchased that today. Every song's a winner. They're all so good.
Yeah.
So check it out. But you'll find the Lemon Fresh Kids under Tim McCoy. So, all right. So you guys know it's my turn to pick the classic album for the next episode. And,
Yes.
and while I'm saying that, we will also discuss the next episode, which Jim, you kind of came up with the idea of, instead of bands next week, we're going to do a little talking, because we don't talk enough on this podcast.
I know.
No,
So-
we don't. Especially me. Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
So
Uh-huh.
explain the concept of episode number 78.
Well, if anybody's ever seen the movie High Fidelity, these guys work in a record store, and they're always making lists. It's top 5 this, top 5 that. One of the best scenes in the movie is top 5 track 1 side 1s. And so we thought we would do a top 5 or side 1 track 1s, whatever it is.
And
Vice
that,
versa.
That will do it. We're each going to pick our favorite opening
Side
track.
one, song one. Side one,
Yes.
song one.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Our opening track on 5 albums. So, with that being said, we look forward to episode number 78.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
But until then, my pick for the classic album for us to revisit and pick a tune from, and it might even show up on the list. But I'm talking about
Side
Billy
one,
Idol
song one.
and Rebel Yell.
Oh.
Oh, Frank. Well
So many good
done,
tunes
sir.
on this record too. So
Oh,
I
loaded.
like this album. I don't care what anybody says.
yeah,
I do
don't
too,
either.
Jaime. I don't care what they say either. Yep.
I know people who like slag his solo stuff, and it's like, oh, it's not as good as Gen X or this or that. But like, that's a great.
Yeah, it's better. It's
It
better,
is
more
better.
commercial. Yeah.
I think I love Generation X, but I think his solo stuff was better well produced and more ready for the radio. and for the big time that he finally reached.
No, I was heavy into Billy Idol back in.
All right.
Yeah,
So
the
Rebel
80s.
Yell.
Billy, I
Oh.
and all kinds of press in this
Yes, you did.
in this episode.
That's to say the least. All right, Jim.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Nope. Jim, what do you got
Yes.
for us this week?
This week, a band out of Los Angeles, the Velvet Starlings, and Jerry, this is right up your alley here. So
I love it, brother.
Founded by guitarist and organ player Christian Gisborne. I hope I'm saying his name right, but
Gisborne.
So Jerry, he's an organist, guitarist, did everything on this record. Wrote, recorded, produced, did all the instruments, everything, did it all in his living room, essentially. And best described as beach fuzz psych with a big cheeky nod to the UK invasion. Influenced
I like the
by
sound of that, mate.
Yeah, Jack White, the OCs, Arctic Monkeys, things like that. Kind of psychedelic, kind of fuzzy. I think you're going to enjoy it. He has a brand new album out. It's called Technicolor Shakedown. It's his fourth release on 10-song LP. I think this is maybe his longest release. He's got a couple of EPs out prior to this and a single, I think. So he's gotten all kinds of press over in the UK, but was feeling like he needed to go out and play out and start a band. And so he met a couple guys at it was a Cage the Elephant show, I think. Foster and Hudson Poling, and Foster plays drums and Hudson plays bass, and they don't just happen to have the same last name. They are actually brothers. Anyway, so they're starting to showcase out, playing here live in LA. And so we're going to listen to a track off that. Go ahead, and Frank, and drop the needle in the groove there.
Change of the seasons, come to be smiles.
And there you go. I wonder how many degrees of separation is that from the Paisley Underground?
I don't know. Colors on the Canvas.
Very shagadelic, baby. Yeah.
First single off the record. And so
that's great.
So young Christian, and I say young because he just barely turned 18 in May.
That's a baby, Jim.
and writes with a maturity well beyond his years.
Unbelievable.
I know people who have been doing it longer than him.
Yes.
That don't write
Can't
songs
find it.
well.
And this kid just shows up and finds it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's great.
Wow. Yeah.
So this is off of a full release.
Yes. 10 song.
Great.
Available as a CD or a digital download.
Be interesting to hear some of the other songs. I'd love to hear what else you got to offer.
That song's actually a little mellow. He's got some stuff on there that rocks a little harder, actually. But like I said, that's the first single, so that was the one we kind of picked. So
definitely get a psychedelic vibe off that. That is
yes.
Side one, song one.
Jeff, we'll wait for Jeffrey to weigh in. He can tell us if we're on track with that song. But I loved it.
All right. Yes.
That was great, Jim.
All right.
How 18?
Yeah, I know. It hurts a little bit to say it.
Yes, it does.
Well, it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. If you would have said that first, I would have probably been an old geezer and said, I don't want to hear it. But you played it first. You could have said, he just turned 6. Yeah, he just turned 6. He has to wear a mask in first grade.
There you go.
That would have been great. That's great. That's great, Jim.
All right. So we've had the Metal Byrds, Lemon Fresh Kids, and Velvet Starlings. I want to know from our listeners, what did you think? Let us know in the comments. Did you have a preference of one over the other? We really are interested in knowing what you think about the music we present. So with that being said,
and if you like it, go out and buy it.
Absolutely. Support these bands. So that's the best thing you can do is buy their music and throw them some dough, because
stream it, whatever.
That's it.
We're slowly starting to get back to some live shows here and there, but in the meantime, show the support. Buy the music.
Funny you mentioned that Journey Billy Idol. That caught my eye. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, Jerry, do you have anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Folks, like you just heard from the Velvet Starlings and the Metal Byrds and Tim McCoy, folks, it's out there. We're at home. We're wondering, I could go for some new tunes. Here's Jaime at Amoeba buying a Who release. Frank with the Pretenders, beautiful vinyl. But folks out in Conspiracy Land, the music is out there. It is out there. So keep listening, keep rocking, and thank you. Thank you very much. We love you very much. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Keep rocking.
Jim, what about you?
How great is it that we do all the legwork for everybody?
That's the beauty of the show.
Well, the thing is, when the peach turns up, when the peach turns up, and you're like, oh man, I had a bad day today, but that song just took me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love you guys. Love this show. Love you listeners. This is
the
golden quickly. Show. Sorry, well, I rambled.
I just want to piggyback on that just for a second. Sure. I saw a meme that said, when you're in a good mood, you really hear the music. And when you're in a sad or melancholy mood, you really hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
And that's music in a nutshell.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Sorry, Jim, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, if you made it this far, smash the like button. Ring that notification bell, subscribe, and then leave a comment.
All right.
Tell us how great looking we are and how brilliant the show is and how much you love the Velvet Starlings. And
what do you
why
think
Frank and why Frank and it's No Shave November, guys. Yeah, so it's a cancer thing.
It's
police department's doing it.
2021 over here.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And you got a beauty there, Frank.
Thank you very much.
But I'm catching up. Look at all these blonde hairs coming in.
I know it. It's nice.
That's right. They're blonde, folks. It's the light.
All right, Jim.
No shave November.
You keep admiring Jerry's goatee, and I'm going to get out of here. So why don't you sign us on out?
Sounds good. Shop is closed.
Yeah,
Frank, yours is a beauty there.
Well, I'm letting it go a little bit longer, but trying to keep it within the confines of.
You're almost getting that Colonel Sanders look.
Yeah, well, it's Christmas time, so if I have to throw on the white wig and the I'm ready to go. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Grandpa Frank just has to put on a red, cone cap.
Yep. There you go.
Red shirt, and he's Santa.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Own heads.
All right.